PMacMovies back with yet another haul video 2 days in a row. Today we have a Hamilton book for you here. A few odds and ends before we get started. Best Buy's having another Disney 4K Steelbook sale. They got a bunch of different ones than they had last week for $10 each. Some really good deals, including the original Aladdin 4K Steelbook, Ratatouille 4K Steelbook, Maleficent 4K Steelbook. What else did they have? Inside Out. They had a bunch of good ones. I'm gonna check here to see if I can figure out what else they had here. They had 101 Dalmatians, not 4K. I don't think that's out in 4K. The new Dumbo 4K Steelbook, $10. Let's see, what else did we get? I think those are some of the main ones that I got, but there's also a bunch of other $10 ones that I already had, some of the Marvel movies, so definitely check that out. It might be only a one-day sale, so you better get on it. Up next, I do appreciate some of the feedback on the videos I've gotten recently. Thank you very much. Jim reached out to me, and I'm always glad when people reach out through email and try to actually connect on a person-to-person basis. So it's always cool. Another thing I want to say is I always put in the description section ways that you can check out or help out PMacMovies. And I do want to say, I haven't said in a while, that the main way that I support this channel and it helps me buy things to show to you guys is selling digital copy codes. And it is a little work. So I have kind of a system that I do it. It's been hard to do it lately because work's been really busy, and I try to like post them in the morning and then sell a little bit while I'm working. But work's been too busy where I don't have a whole lot of time to mess around with that. But I'm trying on the weekends. And it's the main way that I support my purchasing, my buying, and it's I mean, it only helps with a small portion, but I do have a few people that help out, that donate codes. I do really appreciate that. Those are the people that are really funding this channel. And then I have some deals with a few other people where we we figure out a portion. I sell the codes, and then we figure out a percentage. They get a certain percentage, I get a certain percentage. And a way to help out the channel. I get a little money. The people don't really necessarily feel like selling their codes. It takes a little time and stuff, so they get some money for just giving them to me. So both parties work out. So if you're interested in that, definitely reach out through email or Instagram. And it helps fund all PMacMovies. But anyway, let's take a look at what all PMac got here from Hamilton Book. I like to support the small companies with everything that's going on right now. And I think it's kind of blatant, like big corporations are going to keep on chugging, and small businesses are really going to have a lot of trouble. When this thing gets back more towards how things used to be, there's going to be a lot of these small businesses that don't come back. Some of them will, and some of them won't. So definitely help support these small businesses. But, with this thing, it's just like the government says, "You done, baby." It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm not going to get too much into that because people have such different opinions. But you just take a look at what the results are and what they're going to be, and I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at what I got from Hamilton Book. There was a few things that were not new with the new update. The new update was Monday. They do their update at like 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that would be like 5 p.m. On the West Coast. Let's take a look at what I got. First, I'll show you the ones that were already on Hamilton Book that were in my cart. I just didn't want to pay the $4 shipping just for these. I decided to go ahead and get Underworld Blood Wars, even though I do already have this. The regular Blu-ray. Yeah, I think I just have the regular Blu-ray of this one. And I haven't watched this one yet. I heard it's pretty bad. Unfortunately, my copy got that right there. That's not good. That's into the artwork. It's like the plastic and artwork got damaged there. So I'm going to have to contact them regarding that. Underworld Blood Wars. A couple of the other ones, let's see, what else did they already? They already had this. I was hoping to find this one at Dollar Trees because I think other people were finding it. I never did, so I ended up paying the $3. I actually saw this for a preview in another movie, and it looked like a pretty good one. So I went ahead and grabbed Extraordinary Mission here, put out by Cinedigm. I saw the preview for it. Like I said, it looked like a fun one. From the director of Infernal Affairs, which I have... I think I've seen the Asian one. That's the... they made, like, Infernal Affairs, and then the U.S. version of that was The Departed with Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon. But glad to get this one. $3 only. Not bad. Were any of these other ones? Christine here. Christine was one I decided to go ahead and get. I do already have the indicator version of this one, but I decided to go ahead and get the 4K, and I was actually thinking about watching this today because I've never seen this movie. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch something after I make the... Actually, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make some eggs, eat a little breakfast, and then I'm going to watch something. I watched a few yesterday, so maybe we'll have a reviews video soon. I think this one might have been on there already, too, and it was another one that was at Dollar Trees for $1, but I never found it. So I paid $2 for Fading Gigolo here, starring John Turturro, Woody Allen, Sofia Vergara. I don't know. I've read pretty decent things about it. So for $2, I'll snag it. And then this one was a price drop. I believe this one was like $18, and it was on my wish list, so I was keeping an eye on it. And it dropped down to $13 or $14. It is the Manitou here. This one sold out. I'm not sure how quickly it sold out after I ordered it. I actually want to pull up the prices I paid here on Hamilton Book. I want to take a look so I can tell you guys how much I paid for like this one and some of the other ones coming up. But the Manitou, yeah, this is like, I think this is like $25 on Amazon, so I got it for like $14. We're going to find out here very shortly how much I paid for it. I'm just logging into my account. But this is a Scream Factory from 1978, 103 minutes. Read pretty mixed things about it, but good enough that I decided to go ahead and snag it. So I got to pull up my order history here and take a look at how much I paid for these. And then you got the $4 shipping, flat rate shipping. The Manitou is $13.95 there. And, okay, so these ones were all new editions. I got another Sony 4K, which not a great movie, but this one was only $5 with the 4K. So I decided to get it for that price. I did actually enjoy the movie. It's called Rough Night here with Scarlett Johansson. It's kind of like an action comedy. I tend to like these action comedies. Now this is another one where you can see like water has gotten on the artwork. I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see it there. But you know, I know what I could see it, and then but there's no water in there now, and the discs seem fine. So these some of these from Hamilton Book that you get, this is the second time I've seen something with water damage. And you can tell, too, you know, I can see it, but you can also feel it. And you can kind of tell it gets, like, firm in some spots and stuff like that. But it's not a big enough deal that I'm going to complain about it, but kind of strange. I might actually have a Blu-ray edition of this with a slipcover. So maybe I'll just put the slipcover over this. I don't know. I think I might have the slipcover for this. I can't remember. I actually enjoyed this one, so for $5 with the code. That water damage does annoy me, though. I don't like it, but it doesn't really matter in the overall scheme of life. Another one I got, this is one that Severin put out, but Arrow has put it out here recently, and it's called Bloody Birthday. I decided to go ahead and get this one. It was $6. The Arrow one just came out, so you're going to have to pay over $20 for that. I mean, it will get to like 10 or less. It's never going to get to 6. I do hear that the transfer on the Arrow one's quite a bit better. But also, I heard that the transfer on this one is pretty decent. I'm not sure really how good of a transfer I need for this movie. So for $6, I decided to snag up some boutique horror. And up next, this actually doesn't have a U.S. Blu-ray release. It's called The Bouncer, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I was just kind of looking into the different Blu-ray versions of it that you could get, and they were quite expensive. And I read a little bit about the movie, and it actually sounded like it's a pretty good movie. It says, from the producers of Mandy, to secure his freedom and custody of his 8-year-old daughter, a bouncer, Jean-Claude Van Damme, is forced to collaborate with police and infiltrate a dangerous gang. It actually sounds like a pretty good one. So this is a Canadian release put out by VVS Films. So could end up being a Dollar Tree one, but for $5, I'll go ahead and grab it from Hamilton Book. These last two were Code Red ones. Code Red, people get excited about the Code Red ones on Hamilton Book, especially because they're not ones that you can normally get for good prices. Like usually if you want Code Red Blu-rays, you're going to be paying the $20. When Hamilton Book gets them, they're 10 to 12 bucks, I would say, something like that. So I looked through a few. There was a few of them, and a bunch of them are just like, I like horror with good stories and stuff, and I like giallo, but just like, there's a lot of horror out there that I don't really care for. So there were some other movies that I passed on, although they were good deals and stuff, but I did decide to get Lamberto Bava's Delirium here. Delirium. I believe this is a giallo. Let's see. Leads this cast in this giallo classic. It's a giallo classic. From Code Red, 94 minutes. It looks like the movie's from the 80s, 87. Probably not a giallo that I'm going to watch right away. And there's just some images in there I don't know if I really want to show. But it does have reverse artwork also. So reverse artwork there. So for $10, you snag it. Actually, it's got a few little thingies on the disc, stuff that just wipes off. But for $10, I'll grab a nice little giallo there. Could be a fun one. Probably trash, but could be a fun one. And the good thing is, too, you can probably sell it and make your money back if you don't like these. And you got the clear cases, worth $10 alone. Just kidding. I got Almost Human, which I don't think that this one's a giallo. It's more of like a crime one, I think. Who directed this? This was Umberto Lenzi directed this one. So it might... it's still like one of those Italian kind of movies. I think Umberto Lenzi directed some... Possibly he directed some giallos. I can't remember. Case of the Scorpion's Tail was another one from screenwriter Ernesto Goztaldi. Which, did I watch that case? Yeah, I did watch that one. That one was okay. Nothing great. But so I was glad to get these two. I was pretty picky about the Code Red ones I got. I didn't want to just like get them just for the sake of getting them. This one's actually in English apparently. I would have thought that this was in Italian. So is this actually a American one then? Huh, I don't know. This one's in Italian though, so yeah, glad to get those. Those were a bargain when you compare them to other Code Red Blu-rays, which again, like for me, I prefer like Scream Factory, Arrow. They have movies that just like tend to be better than I think what Code Red gets, in my opinion. But I did get a couple things from Amazon yesterday too, so I'll show these in my next haul video too. I'll just show them here real quick as a little bonus. But I got these are both $15 and buy two get one, so they ended up being $10 each. I got Gemini Man, so the Paramount code with that works for Vudu and iTunes. I actually watched Gemini Man. I was able to watch it a little bit ago. 117 minutes. Wow, I can't believe it's that long. From 2019. So this is a recent one. I thought it was an okay like action movie. It wasn't anything great. And the the digital characters, it's like pretty obvious that they're digital. They could have done better with that, in my opinion. But anyway, and then I got Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead returns to the PMac collection. I actually had this. I wonder if I had the slipcover with mine. I can't remember. But I sold it. I didn't really like it that much, and I sold it. And I needed another one that was $15, and I was like, kind of like, that movie wasn't that bad. For $10, I kind of want it in my collection. I do like Lance Henriksen, and I've been thinking about buying it back if I could get it cheap. I can't remember if I had the slipcover for this before. It's weighing on me. You know how I love those slippies. But Scream Factory slippies, like, you can sell them and you'll be rich. You'll be able to buy a mansion with an in-ground pool. And that's just with one slipcover. So thanks for watching. Check out Hamilton Book if you haven't already. I know I've talked about him quite a bit and gotten him quite a bit of business. But yeah, check them out. A good small company. You do have to look through. Some of the stuff isn't very good deals. They got some great deals, and then they got some stuff where it's like, I think this is overpriced a bit, boys. But check them out, and check out the description section of the video, like I said. I do appreciate all the people who do help out PMac Movies. It keeps the channel going, and you guys are definitely part of the PMac Movies community. You're all part of the PMac Movies community just by watching the videos, thumbing them up or down if you're a jerk. Commenting, I do appreciate all that. And that's that. We will see you guys next time on PMac Movies. Hope you have a good Sunday. Watch some movies. Let me know what you're watching. Hopefully I get through a few today. We'll see. PMac Movies.